Let me start with something that I know is very much on your agenda, and that is microchips, the shortage of them. Right now, we keep hearing from companies. We heard from Microsoft, we're hearing from Ford. There's a lot of shortage that's really interfering with manufacturing in the United States. Where are we on that? Are we seeing the backside of the problem?
No, I'm afraid we're not. And good morning. Nice to be with you. This is a real problem. We are seeing improvements. In fact, just yesterday I had a call with a number of executives in the auto industry. It is certainly better than it was, and I expect it will continue to get better with each month as we move further away from the disruptions caused by the pandemic. But fundamentally, the only way to solve this problem is that we need to make more semiconductors in America. And there's a bill working its way through the House right now, which is a $52 billion investment in the semiconductor industry. And that's absolutely essential, David, in order for us to solve this problem for the long run. Fundamentally, we just have a lack of supply. We don't make any leading edge semiconductor chips in America, zero. And so we have to stimulate that production.
Madam Secretary, as you say, there's that $52 billion bill. It's part of a larger bill working its way through Congress. Let's assume for the moment that gets done. What you said was we need to make them in America. Does that include overseas companies making them if they have the plant in America? Because, of course, the larger producer is TSMC. Would you be in favor of giving them money as well?
I would certainly be in favor of them having operations in America, absolutely. You know, Samsung, TSMC, there are companies that are in allied countries, and we certainly want them operating in America and producing chips in this country, yes.
So we have a significant chip issue, but there are other supply chain issues as well. As I know you're monitoring what's going on. Where have you seen other problems in the supply chains right now in the United States that need to be addressed?
Particularly in home building supplies, lumber and all the related supplies, glue, adhesives. And you see it playing out. Home prices are high. If you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you'll see prices are a little bit high. And that's all because of the lack of supply, just disruption in the building supply chain, mostly due to COVID. Now, we are working through that. The president convened a supply chain disruptions task force, which I am on, and we are working it feverishly every day. And fortunately, you are seeing improvements, and I think we will continue to see improvements in supply chains as we put the pandemic in our rearview mirror.
So, Madam Secretary, the overall mission, as I understand it, at the Commerce Department is to create conditions that promote economic growth and opportunity. Let's talk about the labor force. How challenged are we right now in the United States in the labor force? Because we hear anecdotally from a lot of companies they're having trouble getting the right workers, particularly skilled workers, for the jobs that are available.
It's a real issue. It's a real issue. And I think there are a few components. One is women are still really struggling to get back into the workforce because of a lack of childcare, a lack of quality, affordable childcare. And that's why the president is so strong on this point. We need to invest in the childcare infrastructure so women can fully participate in the workforce and be productive. Also, we have a skills gap. Every company I talk to, quite literally everyone, says they have many jobs available for people that have tech skills, digital skills, cyber skills, and they can't find enough people, which means we have to invest in job training, tech apprenticeships, and really help Americans get upskilled so that we can close that skills gap.
Madam Secretary, we've heard about this issue in the United States for a while now. It may be more pressing now than it has been in the past, but it's not a new issue. What specifically can we do, and let's be frank, the government do to try to help close that skills gap?
The reason it's getting worse, by the way, is because our supply of workers that have digital skills is roughly constant, but the demand is going up like crazy. As you know yourself, every business now is in some way a digital business. Everyone needs folks who know cloud computing and data science. So what we need to do is pass the president's proposals to make big investments in apprenticeships and job training and free community college so that we can train Americans at every stage of their career, by the way. The young kid just getting out of high school who wants to go to community college so he or she can become a cyber technician, or someone who's mid-career and maybe just lost their job in COVID in retail and needs to be retrained and have, say, a digital apprenticeship. So the president's proposal calls for historic investments in education, job training, and apprenticeships, and I plan to be very involved in that because in order for that to be successful, businesses need to be at the center of that, so we're training people for the jobs that are available.